So you guys played together at Penn State, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, our pleasure.
What has it been like to just go through the pro transition together?
It's been great. Like I still like remember the draft like it was yesterday. It was, very nerve-wracking. We got there together. We went to the draft together, pretty much almost sat like right next to each other.
I know.
We go into the draft and we're like, okay, see you on the other side. Just wherever you end up, like that's gonna be great. I'm just happy for you. And then getting drafted to the same place, it was just like such a blessing. And like half the battle, like being on a new team, is being surrounded by players that you don't really know, like making new friends. Like, you just kind of skip the part where you're like uncomfortable because you always just like have someone next to you. And I'm grateful that Allie's been a great friend of mine for the past couple of years. And since we met, we just had this great bond, like on and off the field. And just to continue that through our pro careers, like it's just, I don't know what I did to become so blessed, honestly.
Allie, any thoughts to add?
Yes, of course. I mean, I remember texting, I think I said this in the draft. I remember texting with P before the draft saying, it was such a tease. We got like 4 months together and we hadn't really known each other much before then. Like we had met at a U23s camp for the first time. And then when she came to Penn State, like it was only it was a great 5 months. One of the best 5 months. We had so much fun, but it was only 5 months. And I remember her texting like, can you imagine if we got drafted to the same place? I was like, dude, shut up. Like, don't even put that in my mind. Like, I don't even
I
want to go there.
manifested.
Yeah,
I
she
manifested
did.
that.
I was like, I don't even want to go there. And then when it happened, I mean, obviously the video of like us hugging, like it was just so, it was just so genuine. Like that happiness and the joy of that moment was so genuine because not only have we gotten to continue to play together on the field, but yeah, we've been able to experience the ups and downs of this transition together. And I think we've leaned on each other a lot in different moments to, you know, it's hard to explain this experience to people outside of it. And so when you have somebody that you're so close to that you trust that's right next to you during the process, I think it adds value that is kind of inexplainable, to be honest.
I bet it's a strange thing to experience on your own, but to have someone with you is it's got to be the best. You obviously playing together, awesome. Is there anything you've seen in each other's game that's kind of grown as you've both gone on this journey together?
Hmm. I like that
Yeah.
question.
Honestly, yeah, like absolutely. I think like playing with Allie at Penn State, like I think last year, especially with like the minutes that we both gained last year, I think like, Allie's also always been like a starter, like, you know, just always been on the field. And I think last year with like being like a super sub, I think it was just kind of awesome to see like how she grew into that role and how she was able to just like make a difference in like her own way. Because I've seen her at Penn State and she was like the star of the show, like scoring all the goals and like, like the nine and like the best forward that we had. And then like coming in here, like having a different role. I think like her just kind of embracing her role last year and then like taking everything that she learned into this year, being like, okay, I'm not gonna settle for that. Like I'm gonna be like a player that plays and that people like rely on. I think like with that this year, just like always embracing her role and today and like right now being our 10, just like being able to in moments recognize like the correct spacing, because it's hard to like switch positions, like especially, from a 9 to a 10 or like to an outside forward and like just seeing her kind of like grow into a role that we need. Like it's just her ability to like recognize her role and just take it on and like just be in it like wholeheartedly is just like it's such a hard thing to do and I don't think people realize how hard it is to do. And Allie just like excelling and being a player that is like always excelling in like her role with whatever it is.
I hope you know Penelope's gonna have to be mean for 3 days after this, after all these compliments. I mean, I have really loved being Penelope's teammate for the last 3 years, and I think, before he came to Penn State, our last game was against USC when she was at USC, and obviously, like, I had known Penelope as, a player in the NCAA that was just electric. And so I think the interesting thing for the both of us is we've experienced so many different styles together. Like, I had seen her at USC, she had been at USC, like I had this like deep Penn State experience, and then she was a part of that Penn State experience, and then we had the Chicago Red Stars together. It's been really fascinating to see her also grow in those different spaces and roles as well, because I think she came from a Pac-12 team that was just incredibly aggressive attacking wise. She was in a four, like a two front, which is way different. And so she had to come into Penn State and kind of adapt to this like defensive Big Ten like attitude that was way different than what she was used to. And it was super, super impressive to see her again, like she says, owning her role like that. Did I think coming into Penn State and growing, I think a lot she system that she had never done before. And I think going into the pros, that gave her, I think, the ability to do pretty much anything. I mean, she's played a million different roles like here too, from the 7 and 11, like in the 10 and the 9, like she's done incredible things. And I think even now seeing her at the 9 is like, we're all coming back to our roots, because she's got the, just this fast, aggressive mentality. So I think actually what's been interesting is I think both of us analyzing each other on the field has really like expanded our tactical minds, because we see like, okay, this is what you're really great at, and this is why it makes sense for you to be in this position with this system, and me to be in this position for this system. Like we talk about those kinds of things, and I think that's been a really fascinating conversation for the both of us as we've grown on the field together.
Amazing. I mean, speaking of growth, I mean, as former rookies, how do you feel this new group coming to the team is transitioning to becoming pros?
We love them. We really do love the rookies. Like they're wonderful, and I think we obviously have such a heart towards them being, making mistakes, and it's hard. Like it's a hard transition, and
I feel like being like the closest in years, I feel like it's our responsibility. I don't know. I feel like,
yeah,
I think maybe I do feel more responsibility like as like a sophomore. Like,
yeah,
hey, we did this last
yeah,
year. We know what it's like because we just did it. So like, here's how we survived, and like just kind of like even just like seeing people like play games and like struggle or do really well. It's like always trying to like get the best out of them because like you just want the best out of your teammates, and like we're so close to them, just like in age, and like we just did like the whole rookie thing. But yeah, I think like they're doing a great job.
yeah,
Like they're all like making their mark, on the team, like embracing their roles, which is not a easy thing to do again. And yeah, like just really proud of all of them in like all of like their respective like roles and positions and situations too. Like they're phenomenal. We absolutely love them. A great addition to the team, personality wise, personnel wise too. Like just everything. I think the coaches did a good job of drafting this class. Yep.
Like, do they come to you guys for advice as kind of like those big sisters who just went through it?
yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's a both and. I think we, it's hard to always ask for advice.
Oh
I
yeah.
think they definitely do, and I also think we know the cues. Like we know the cues, we've had the experiences, and I think that is like kind of a little bit on us too to seek them out and um make sure that they
Yeah.
are supported.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be like, information overload where you're like, you need to do this and this and this, and then you're not doing this. Cause like it could be a lot sometimes. Just kind of letting them figure out and just also letting them know like if they have a bad day, you can see they have a bad day, like, hey, like I'm here if you need it, you know, or like let's do film, or like just like little suggestions to like help them just like find their way on the team, you know?
Yeah.
So like it's not easy. And yeah.
No, Leilani and Jamise in particular are two rookies who have pretty much become regulars in this match day squad. I mean, what's been your impression on their work so far?
Again, we love them. We love them. Like they're great. They're wonderful. I think we love to describe Leilani as, what do you say, like a pit bull?
Well, Pitbull.
Yeah, she's like, she got that aggression, you know, she's just a beast. Like we love having her
dog.
in there.
She's a dog.
Yeah, she's a dog. She is a dog. And she, you know, battled with some injuries like the beginning of preseason. I think we all saw like the potential in her for sure. But again, you know, the professional life is crazy. There's ups, downs, lefts, rights. You're always you know, dealing with something. And I think we have appreciated more than anything. I think their efforts consistently have been just incredible. I think their willingness to make mistakes and be bold on the field. I think they both come in with a lot of personality that we appreciate. And I think that's something that's necessary, but it's not always easy to show your personality right off the bat or just to be yourself. That's a really difficult thing in these environments. And so I think more than anything, we appreciate just their willingness and their ability to have been themselves like throughout this process.
Yeah. I mean, again, I would just echo same exact thing. Um, you know, just seeing the two of them grow, especially like, you know, like Leia having the injury, but like especially Jamise because she's pretty much been healthy the whole time, and just seeing how much she's grown, even in this short, like what, 4 or 5 months that we've known her, it's just like really impressive. And like, I just know she's gonna be a great player on our team and just like a great player in the league. And yeah, it's just like it's just really cool like seeing them grow, and I just can't wait to see like where they end up. But yeah, like I love having them both on the field. Like yeah, like Leilani's just funny. Like I just love her mentality because she's just like such an intense player, and you just like see it in her eyes how much she wants it. And you know, I just like I'm just drawn to that because like I'm more of like that player too. Like you see my intensity, you see my emotion, like, and I can see like she's like that too. So you know, I just want to have her like on my side.
Agreed. And Jamise brings a smile. Jamise brings a smile to everybody's face.
Jamise is a sweetheart.
Yes.
Love
Yeah.
her.
When you first found out that Coach Lorne was going to be the head coach this season, I mean, Allie, you've known him forever. What did it feel like to know he was going to be your pro coach too?
I mean, I'm like, I could hardly believe it. I was like, there's no way. I think it was hard for me to be like, oh my, I just felt so, you know, I felt very blessed when I heard that just because I appreciate him for so many reasons. I think he's an incredible coach, of course, but I think the things I appreciate about him the most is just his commitment to development. I think I knew that playing for him in club was that he has and continues to develop incredible players that, you know, I was obviously blessed enough to play with during my club days as well. But that's him. Like he's so bought into us as people and developing us like on the soccer field and our skills. And so I knew no matter what the case was going to be that he was going to make us better. And I love his mentality. He's got this incredible ability to have a laugh and also make sure you're ready every single day and push you to your to the max. And I don't think that's not a balance that's easy to find. It's not like, and I think he does it in such an authentic manner that it's very easy to play for him. You want to play for him, you want to win for him, and you want to go to war with him because you know he'll have your back. And so I just felt I felt so blessed to have him here, and I was super excited for the team to get to meet him and understand like that he was going to push all of us. I think he's done, you know, this is a jump for him too. Like, and I think he's done an incredible job with it, and obviously has an experience of a million things. And so, yeah, I have not like I've been so grateful to have him because he's gonna have a laugh and he's gonna kick my ass at the same time. Like he is going to make sure that we are doing what we need to do.
Amazing.
He wants to win.
Yeah,
wanna win.
it's really cool. Speaking of ass kicking, when you're not being competitive on the field, you're part of an award-winning trivia team. How did this come about?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, there's a place right across the street, and we found a trivia every Tuesday night. And so we just got into, we're like, you know what, like, let's just do something with the team, you know, like weekly. So we went to trivia like once, and then we just got addicted. You know, we're like, we got to show out every week. We made rivalries, we made enemies. We have made no friends in the process.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think, but it's just we have a lot of we have a lot of sporadic knowledge on the team. Sammy Feller is really good at geography for some reason. Sophie Jones is just has a plethora of
Good for everything.
knowledge,
Ever.
sports, literature, anything under the sun.
Yeah.
Ava's really good at like the Academy Awards, Golden Globes. Like she knows everybody that's won every award. It's honestly insane. Music she's really good at. I know my like science here and there. I know like my sports here and there. I add a little bit. Some
She
movies.
adds.
Yeah.
She adds.
A little bit. You know, I fill in the holes sometimes.
Penelope adds. And Shea Groom. What's Shea Groom? Shea Groom's also good for like random
Facts.
really good facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am good for nothing. Absolutely nothing. I will answer maybe 1 or 2 questions per round. I was a late addition to the team because
And they're always like,
I know. I know. I know.
I was like, I think
Yeah.
that's the answer, but like I don't really know.
Yes. Late
But it's
addition.
Yeah.
I would say,
Yeah.
and we cannot go without mentioning our dearest
Sam.
Sam Staub is
Or scribe.
our scribe. That's the word I was
Yeah.
looking for.
But
She's the
Sam-
scribe.
Yeah.
And the master, she's the master of doing the points.
Oh, like a mathematician?
No, like she's the master wagerer. She wagers the points.
Oh.
She decides like which
Yeah.
points for wagering and what like
Yeah.
so
But everyone has a skill. Everyone is valuable. Everyone is knowledgeable. Good squad. Good
we
squad.
cover a lot of ground with being from different places.
We have,
We
like,
study different things,
I think we
different
won
ages.
like 5 out of 7 times we've been or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
What about it?
We can do it all.
Is there like a prize at the end of the season or something? Or are you like playing for t-shirts?
So there's each week we get $50 to like the place that we eat at, you know? So like every time we'll go and like some fries or like whatever, you know? But we just have like we have a little $50 voucher if you get first. I think second's like 25
Yeah.
and then third's like, I don't know, like a couple, I don't know how much it is. But then I think so we're in like a tournament of champions right now, which is like across
Ooh.
like Chicago County, I think.
Oh.
And you know, if you win like a certain amount or get a certain amount of points, and like you're automatically qualified. And then if you win it all, I don't know what the prize is, but it should be something good.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Sopha's been concocting a long like document of who needs to study what because now we're in it.
Yeah.
You're in the
And
tournament
so-
of champions.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have to commit. We're
We
gonna
gotta
have to
win.
start getting
Yeah.
after it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.